Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he's a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Do you have faith? And if so, what level have you grown yours to? In today's message, we'll discuss a story about a man whose faith is described by Jesus as great faith. If we're meeting for the first time, I'm Donnice Tabor, pastor of Divine Church in Metro Atlanta, where we believe it's all about his will, his way, his word. Let us now receive this short but inspiring message. Luke, the 7th chapter, verses 1 through 10. When Jesus had finished saying all this to the people who were listening, he entered Capernaum. There a centurion's servant, whom his master valued highly, was sick and about to die. The centurion heard of Jesus and sent some elders of the Jews to him, asking him to come and heal his servant. When they came to Jesus, they pleaded earnestly with him, "This man deserves to have you do this, because he loves our nation and has built our synagogue." So Jesus went with them. He was not far from the house when the centurion sent friends to him to say, "Lord, don't trouble yourself, for I do not deserve to have you come under my roof. That's why I didn't even consider myself worthy to come to you. But say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority with soldiers under me. I tell one, go, and he goes, and that one, come, and he comes. And I say to my servant, do this, and he does it." When Jesus heard this, he was amazed at him. And turning to the crowd following him, he said, "I tell you, I have not found such great faith in Israel." Then the man who had been sent returned to the house and found the servant well. And for a point of emphasis, that verse 9 in your hearing again. When Jesus heard this, he was amazed. And turning to the crowd following him, he said, "I tell you, I have not found such great faith in Israel." I want to speak to you for the next few moments from this thought: faith enough. Here in today's text, we find a man in distress. He's a centurion soldier who is in command of at least 100 troops, and he has servants who answer to him. He's a man of authority. However, he's now caught between a rock and a hard place. He finds himself with his back against the wall. You see, one of his servants was very ill, and they were at the point of death. But this man hears of Jesus and sends word by way of the Jewish elders regarding his servant's condition and his desire for him to be healed. Faith enough. In order to understand today's message, I find it imperative that I quickly remind us what we've learned biblically regarding faith. I've been led to use what's recorded in Hebrews 11, which reads, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." The first thing I noticed seeping from this text was he had faith enough believing Jesus would come. I wonder, when was the last time you found yourself in a jam and asked someone to go before the master to pray for you, to intercede for you, believing that they could get Jesus' attention on your behalf? I believe the centurion soldier provides us with the takeaway in the text, which is we must constantly activate our faith. Faith enough. The second thing I noticed leaking from this text was he had faith enough believing Jesus could heal. Someone watching may be wondering, how did this soldier grow his belief to such a level? May I suggest it's from being around the Jews and observing them trust and obey God. This seems to have caused him to develop respect and a favorable relationship with the Jews. Here again, what the Jewish elders told Jesus in verses 4 and 5. When they came to Jesus, they pleaded earnestly with him. This man deserves to have you do this because he loves our nation and has built our synagogue. The takeaway here in the text is simply this. When we truly live Christ-like lifestyles, non-believers witnessing our belief can become believers themselves. The final thing I noticed pouring from this text was he had faith enough believing his situation required Jesus' power, not his presence. This soldier didn't feel worthy enough to go to Jesus himself, nor to have Jesus actually come under his roof. But nevertheless, his faith was so strong that Jesus, once he had approached his home, he sent again word by friends this time to tell Jesus to simply speak a word and his servant would be healed. My God, what great faith, Jesus replied to those who followed. Question, can Jesus say that about your faith? Faith enough. In closing, the Bible teaches that faith comes from hearing the message, and the message comes through preaching Christ. So the closing question I pose to you is, do you have faith enough?